My biggest fear when thinking about coming to Asia for 10 weeks was, what if one of the kids get poorly? But as somebody once said to me, you're better at dealing with things than your anxiety thinks you are. So although Remy getting chicken pox on his first birthday was not on our Asia bingo card, he's come out the other side now and everything turned out okay. So he started off with a rash and a bit of a temperature, and we thought it was just heat rash and maybe he was getting a bit of a cold. Then he started to get some bigger spots that looked like they were filled with pus, like little blisters. And honestly, it was a bit scary at this point, and you can't just get it checked out as easily as you would in the UK. So it was his birthday morning, and we started off by going to a few different pharmacies, but none of them were really sure what it was and advised us to go to the hospital. So we arrived at the public hospital and there was some kind of problem. There was only one doctor there and so many people were outside. I think there was an electric problem. So we got the antihistamine that the pharmacist recommended and just monitored it from there. But he woke up the next day and his skin was worse and we're due to fly to Malaysia this day. So he booked to see the private doctor, which honestly I thought was going to cost hundreds of pounds. So I was pleasantly surprised at the final cost. But anyway, that didn't even matter. I just wanted to make sure I was okay because I could tell something was wrong. They did a blood test, which was quite honestly horrific. They wrapped him up in a blanket so he couldn't wiggle his arms about and I had to hold him down. The results showed that his iron were a little bit low, but it wasn't clear whether he had a bacterial or viral infection, so they still weren't quite sure. She did think though that it was some kind of viral rash. She prescribed him some antihistamine, calamine lotion, some ibuprofen drops and vitamin C drops, but they didn't have 3 out of 4 of those things. So me and Remy went to another pharmacy and managed to get a couple of them, as well as some talc powder because I've heard that's good for keeping the skin cool. We were almost running out of time by this point. We did have a plane to catch. Anyway, everyone in the Philippines is so nice. Genuinely, what a lovely nation of people. The doctor was great. She did everything that she could. But after speaking to a few paediatricians in the UK, we came to the conclusion that it was chicken pox. My first thought was, oh my gosh, my poor baby. And then I was like, oh no, Amaya's never had them. On top of her eczema, that would have just been horrific, so thankfully she's escaped them. Remy's spots quickly started to scab and heal, and his skin's almost back to perfect again. So I stand by my point that tough situations make you stronger, and you are better at dealing with things than you